It's difficult for me to comment because I haven't seen A division. I've watched B division now that's running now, and obviously C and D I haven't seen. But we have the passion. The infrastructure I think we need to work on. That's quite clear. The commercialization is obviously the way forward. But I would also like to see support based on, again, other countries, Australia or Germany, to build grassroots, to build the academies, to get the schools involved. Everything starts with the wider we can get the base of the pyramid, the better the top will be. And at the moment, from what I can gather, the base of the pyramid is, the foundations are
A bit wary.
a little bit shaky, or not as stable as, or not as, the base isn't as big as we need it. We've got a big population. We need places where the kids can play. We need coaches that allow the kids to play. And I think you'll start to, I'd like to see, as much as we can get a top-down approach from private investment, a bottom-up approach to fill out the pyramid from both ends, if you know what I mean. Because the top end, private investors will always come in. But it's no good we have Ayush Galan's coming in now at his age, but where's the next one? Where's the next one?
Exactly.
Where's the next one? Where are they coming from? This is where we need to be feeding into all levels of the game to make sure that we have enough people here to build a huge production line of great footballers, male and female.
Love for the game is there.
The love for the game is there.
There has been 2, 3, maybe 4 generations, but if you look up, maybe more than that, generations of fans, football followers, lovers of the game. Because there used to be a time where Rangashala used to be filled with ultras, coach. They used to fight in the parapet while the game was going on.
Okay.
So those were the times. If you ask Aman Pratap Adhikari, our senior commentator, and Sanju Shirpakar, they're going to tell you long stories, really interesting stories. Now, how important are fans not just turning out for the national team, men's or women's, in the game, but also in club level matches, especially in Kathmandu?
Yeah, fans bring life to the game. We saw during COVID with lockdown, the game without fans is not the same. We need to encourage, like you said before, intergenerational fans, the grandfather to come with the son, with the father, bring the kids along, make it an occasion.
True.
And get behind their local team, get behind their club, their nation, their women's team. I think you saw the support for the women's team during the Four Nations was, I was telling people again from around the world, you would not believe the fans and the support for that women's team. And there's no reason why we can't get that at club football. We saw it in the Super League as well. So we're in a privileged situation where fans will come out and support good football. And I encourage everybody to get out and support their team, be that A Division, Super League, or their national team.
Well, we hope that happens, because not just for the players. Every time I talk to players, they say, like, when the stadium is filled with fans, it's a different vibe. It gives you a different energy. And even as being a commentator, when the stadium is packed, it's even hard to listen to what my co-commentator is saying. But we love that, because fans are hard. The noise is something, it fills your heart, right? Even as a coach, you enjoy, right?
Oh, I love it. There's nothing better than a loud stadium. It means it's harder for me to get my message across.
And like you said, it happened in Singapore.
Yeah. And it gives the player an extra 10-15% of energy to push, to run, to fight, knowing that you've got your fans behind you. And then, like I said, the celebration after, when you can go to your fans and celebrate, players get such a buzz from that, and coaches too. But of course, we love it.
Sure. So now coming back to Nepali football itself, especially after Nepal Super League, the whole Nepal Super League was over. Lalitpur City FC defended their title once again. The games were interesting. They were like very pushing games at times. So there were a few players that we could see, we could talk, we could make predictions that they would get into the camp, and they would straightly get into the team. I think it was Suman Shrestha that you just called up and you straightly put him in the game. He didn't sit in the bench. So I want to talk about this because that was a very interesting aspect. It's not usual for a newcomer player to straightly get into the starting 11. So what was the factor about him in particular? It was Suman Shrestha, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what impressed you about him?
Everything impresses me about him. His character, his diligence, determination. He's a deep thinker. He thinks about his game. He makes notes about his game. He asks questions every day. He studies the game. He's watching European football. He's the epitome of a professional footballer. And taking that onto the pitch, every session he's 100%. He trains like he plays, fully committed, full-blooded. He will do anything to win. If it's a 3 against 3 like this morning, or it's 11v11 if it's a friendly game. He's a winner. He's a competitor. He's a worker. And for me, it was an easy decision. Again, I come into the job with no biases. I'd heard opinions and I disregarded them. I wanted to go with what I believe, and I could see from the way he conducts himself, he can play international football. And no better feeling for a coach to give a guy like that a debut and see him play so well, and then to do the same against Malaysia and say, I trust you, go and do it again. And he did. And he's got leadership potential. He's got the ability to play in top leagues. So we're just giving him the support, the guidance, and this is what encourages me and inspires me, because we picked him from nowhere. And he's a starter for the national team. So there's more out there. So that's what gets me out of bed every morning. So that's why we looked at a few new guys from the Super League. And there's more that there must be more players that didn't even get a contract in the Super League that, given the right conditions and the right support, can also be national team players. So Suman's just one example of what we have. And I think we don't disregard, but we don't give full value to what our players can do. I wouldn't be surprised in 1 or 2 years if he's playing in the Malaysian Super League or the Singapore League or the Thailand First Division. He's good enough.
Wow.
And we've got